Good evening. How's everyone doing? All right, so double checked everything. We should be fine. Might as well just go one more time. You never know. All right, so far so good. Yes, looks fine. Everything looks fine. I think we're ready. All right. Oh, I love Sabaton, but there's one particular song I like to listen to. So how about we find that one? Where is it? Ooh, good question. Good question. Is it? Well, honestly, this song isn't by Sabaton themselves. They made a cover of a song. Okay, so I could pick one of these, I guess. Well, that's a video. I don't want the video. Why is it? Does this make sense? I don't think it does. Why is it that I can't just add it to... I can do shuffle play, but I don't want to do shuffle play. Well, give me a song. Here we go. I do it this way. There we go. There's almost on some kind of playlist. Well, a list of playlists, I guess. Let's do that play next. Ghost, how you doing? Welcome. How you been? That emo has become your signature by now. Love it. Right. Let's skip it for now. Let's skip the song and let's get right to it because I do love this one. It's kind of impactful. A cover from a Motorhead song. Lyrics are amazing. Let's see, you're doing good. Working on getting stuff done and fighting the burnout. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've felt the burnout myself recently. It was some type of burnout, I guess. I haven't gone to the gym past 2 weeks. Well, I've been there, but when I've gone, it's like, ugh, been really tired. Yes, it could be age. Hopefully not. Hopefully it isn't age related. I think the next month or so, I'm going to slow down a bit with everything besides streaming. Just calm down a bit. What's happening on your side? You're saying you're getting stuff done. What are we working on right now? Last time, I think we talked about you making this procedural update of your clothing, the camo clothes, right? What have you been working on since then? Well, I actually did a bit of work, or like after my regular work, I did some things for the stream. It's not a burnout really, it's just a block. Yeah, okay, you're blocked. That sucks. I know what needs to be done, but hard to get the energy to do it. Yeah. Oh, that's such a... I hate that feeling, but it's such a common feeling. I feel it daily. I'm curious how you handle that. I have my own way of doing it, and that is kind of... I'm just telling myself, you know what? You don't have to do everything that you need to do, but pick at least one thing and make it a small thing. Like if I need to do, I'm working on this blend scene right now, right? The diorama. I like feel like I don't want to update the vending machine because that's on the list. Well, how about you watch a movie instead, like a video of whatever, like a YouTube video that could be helpful for the project itself. Just do small things, but just make sure I get at least some progress made. It doesn't have to be the biggest, the most fancy stuff. Just, hey, I don't feel like working. I don't feel like doing this more difficult but needed thing. So let's just do something that's less needed, a bit more fun, but will take me 10 minutes. And that often that gets my engine going, but every now and then it's like, nah, don't want to do anything. You're there, either the... Nah, yes. I'm there now. I grabbed 11 labs, and I'm going to do some small stuff for quests. Sounds good. 11 labs. Why do I feel like I recognize that? I really need to rebuild the whole map, and I'm feeling defeated. Oh, that sucks. Well, the good thing is, although there's a small positive side, once you're done, although it sucks having to do it, once you're done, I think you're going to be a lot more satisfied, right? I feel my best work has always been, I do something, realize it's shit, or I feel like it's shit, but it isn't really. I do it again, realize that's better, and realize, you know what, I can do it one more time, and I do it one more time, and it's perfect afterwards. Depends, right? It depends on the size of the project or the task at hand. If it's like you're saying, the whole map, oh, that's a rough one. Rough one. How about you try section? How about that? Just like, you know what, these trees, they need rework or something along those lines. But yeah, the feeling, understandable. Let's see, what about the volume? I feel like I need to adjust it slightly every frame. Wow. No, that should be fine. For sure, I did a blank build of my map, and I can build 8 slots on it. This map, I can't get them to build, and the performance gains would be crazy. Your 8 slots aren't building, is that what you're saying? This map, I can't get them to build. Ah. Yeah, if you could get the 8 slots to work, yeah, that could be a great benefit performance-wise. But why wouldn't they build? That makes no sense. Or does it? It's been a long time since I've even touched 8 slots. And even then, I didn't know much about them. I know it's a thing, though, and it's an important thing. How would you get that to work? Do you need, like, word partitioning for that? And I'm guessing you're already using word partitioning. Too much stuff? Potentially, yeah. I mean, it's not impossible, right? Then again, you compare your world to something like, I don't know, Cyberpunk. That's probably a poor comparison, but it's trying to build H-slots for every mesh in the world, but a blank map, they work fine. So H-slot stands for hierarchical lots, right? And I think you can combine meshes to create like single but large LODs or H-LODs, right? And if it's the number of LODs, that's a problem. If you do that, then hopefully that could help. But I'm just guessing. Never, as I mentioned that before, I never really got into H-LODs. That wasn't my thing back at my previous workplace. And we're not really using it in my current. I'd rather my meshes be on the data layers. That makes sense. I think. Again, I don't know much about that either. But I'm sure there's a reason for it, right? Layers always, at least the wording itself helps having it on various layers, I guess. Well, I wish you all the luck. Can't really do much for it, though. But yeah. How far are you then, if you're on that level of performance checks? How far do you have until you feel like your game is ready to be released? Because like that will be important stuff, but something you would do towards the end, right? Or would you do it in the middle of the project? I guess that's probably a how you envision the project to go. And it's personal, whether or not you want to have it a perfect performance straight in the middle of the project, or if you want it to work on it later on. I have so much control. I also use C++ plugin for animals and stuff, but thanks. I have plans just to go kick myself. Yeah, well, do kick yourself in gear, yeah. Performance should start from setup level. Lol. Oh, yeah, okay, that's your way of looking at it. I mean, of course, performance is important. I try to avoid getting too deep into it too early, because it might stifle creativity if I have to stop every 2 days to fix a performance thing. Though that said, of course, you don't want to go all nuts and have 5 FPS. You still want to have some performance, right? But I'm feeling do fun creative stuff for a month or two, then spend maybe 2 weeks, a month, depending on how long you need to fix performance up to certain points, and then you spend another 2-3 weeks, maybe months, on fun creative stuff, just to make sure you don't really. I'm not going to say waste time, but get too bogged down into performance needs to be 100%, even though the game still has a year left. I don't know. You always start with performance from day one, and I work around. So I can decide go by having a big open world. It's important. Every time I make a change on the map, I can kill FPS. Same with code for AI and stuff. Sure. I mean, it's different philosophies, right? And it has its ups and downs, both of them. I can definitely understand the feeling of wanting to have proper performance throughout and never really having to fix thousands of things at the end, a month before you release. It's well, I need 6 months because the performance sucks. No, I don't want that either. I get it. My hair feels like it's just fluffy. Took a shower before I started streaming. You're also shooting for a playtest this month? Oh, that could be cool. Are you doing an open one or a closed test? I wish I could be at the point right now where we could play test the game. I want more people to get the demo in their hands so we can get feedback. But life gets in the way, and it's been slow the past month. It was never really we always envisioned this game to be slow, and we will take it at the pace we can. It's slightly frustrating when things just can't get the ball rolling, so to say. It's just kind of stuck. But then again, it is life. It is what it is, and you have to work around it. All right, so I think I'm going to do an open one and make a demo. Cool. Because the map I have will go away, and I will do a new one. So on release, the map will be a whole new one, but the same. Cool. Ambitious, but cool. Ambitious in a good way, because I believe in reworking stuff from early on. So yeah. Just let me know. I'm curious. And if I can help in any way, I would love to. Oh, by the way, I did a 5-minute, well, let's say 10. I wasn't that fast thing before, just after work for the stream. So now I have a custom emote done. Yay! It's so bad though. And I'm sure everyone gets the reference. It's such a terrible one. I was like, how the hell would I do this? But there you go. How do you make emotes? They can only be 128 by 100. No, 112 by 112. No idea. But there you go. It's so bad. You thought it just made sucks? Yeah, it does. It's meant to be a reference to one stream where we were discussing whether or not water infused by metal taste is good for you or not. So I added a few of these chemical like symbols for iron, aluminium, I believe silver. Oh, in a glass of water. It's terrible. They got to be made in real high res so they look good shrunk. Yeah, I think that's the mistake I made. I started out with 112. I probably should have gone for like a 512 or 1024 and just shrunk it down. But I don't think that the final outcome will be that much of a difference, like resolution wise. Perhaps I'm mistaken. There you go. That's a quick, dirty job. I've never done an emote before, so it's a start. And I hope that one day, that is the goal, to one day pay for a proper emote to be done. But before that, I need some ideas. I don't really have a theme yet for my stream. There's a lot of streams where you have, like, they are themed some way. I've seen people with pets, with like mascots and things like that. I don't really have that, apart from maybe the flame I made a few weeks ago, or months now. I don't know. We'll see. Something probably comes up eventually. But we'll see. Your ADHD, I know enough about most things to get me in trouble. There you go. Well, that's the stage you want to reach. One where you can get in trouble for stuff, I guess. All right. I should probably get started with something. Love chatting. But if I don't check myself, I'll be chatting all day. Your project hop so bad. Project hopping. It's fun. The fun part is starting up a project. Then projects tend to be, not always, but they tend to slow down, become more like, well, I've done this now, or can I move on to something else? But you need to finish your project, right? It's a good feeling when it's done. So, where we ended last stream was that we added a few of these size reference stuff. I'm thinking that they could be a good reference for the coder, so we can kind of determine footprint. We also did the shelf, like the shelf for dumbbells, which went by fast because it was a simple asset to do. What else did we do? We did this rack, which is nice. I liked it. I kind of like this one. I don't think it's like a real one you can find out there in the world. I haven't seen one like this, but there was a 3D printed version, an image. So I was like, yeah, let's go with that. It looks nice. So what we need now is dumbbells and an exercise chair. I believe that's what they are called. Not sure. And I'm starting to feel as if a few of these assets are too small. Like the cycling, the treadmill feels small to me. I'm not sure why. We can fix that some another time. For now, let's bring up the PureRef reference file. We're going to go to gym equipment, and then we need a proper reference for a chair, I guess. Should we do the chair first or dumbbell? Let's do the dumbbells first so we can just warm up a bit. And let's go back to main scene so we can do some Googling. You know, I'm actually kind of annoyed by the camera movements I've made, so let's disable that for now and re-enable it later on. So actions. Was it in mute mic? Right. We can disable this. I believe we're going to disable that. So if I do this, there we go. Perfect. Pixel Punch, how you doing? Welcome. You're just in time. We need to pick out some proper dumbbells. And I'm not really sure where to go. We could go for the classics. Or we could go for the more, well, I guess they are also classics, but something like this. I think that could be nice. I'm not sure. So do a adjuster bar. What's a adjuster bar? I'm not sure. Either I'm not spelling that correctly, or what is a adjuster bar, Pixel? It's a brand. Like a dumbbell brand, or go back to the last one. You see them? Let's see. Am I missing something? Are you oh. Are you writing in Swedish? Or are you just copying what's on the screen? Was that Swedish for adjustable? You're referring to this one, I guess. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Wait, it's this one. This is the one you're thinking of? Yes. All right. Yeah, I like those. Let's grab those as a... I also kind of like these. Let's grab those. You kind of like these feels quite classic. Like you would see these in any shop, right? Or any gym. Oh, god damn it. Okay, so adjustable. So they have a bolt. You would call it a bolt, right? On the side, so you can unscrew it and add more weights, which isn't really what you would see at a gym. But I do like the look of them, so we might go for that, purely based on looks. But I would not have that bolt. Then we have these. I kind of like these, but they are also adjustable, I think. Looks like they have that bolt. Okay. Then we have these. I feel like these are really classics. Kind of annoying that everything's in Swedish, but I guess that's what it is. Do that one. Well, I'll skip through a few. Thinking of this particular one or the second one? Or would you want to go through the first one? So you have first, second, third. Which one are you thinking of? Third? Oh, you want these classics? Yeah. I was also kind of leaning into those two. Yeah, I like these. Perfect. So can I do this? I can, seems. All right, so let's grab screenshots. Let's add them to my reference library. There we go. And then let's go back to the proper Blender scene. Not sure why, but I have something stuck in my throat. Needs to cough. All right, so the idea, you can't see the ref, I have it on my right side. So let's see. I sock? Oh, I'm sick. No, I'm not sick. I've been drinking a lot of water that just got stuck. And when I start talking for a long period of time, oh, don't worry about it. It's not a bad thing asking if I'm sick or ill. It's nothing like that. It just I guess I didn't warm up before stream. I usually don't really, so I only have myself to blame for that. So it's something like that. My throat is just, hey, you haven't warmed up. Therefore, I'm just going to be an asshole and annoy you through the entire stream. Well, thank you. You're welcome. All right. Yeah. That's the thing. When you get older, and I am getting older every day. I'm almost 4 decades in like 2-3 years. Things tend to stop working the way you expect them to, in the most unhinged ways too. So take care of yourself while you're young. Go to the gym, work out, exercise. Like all of those boring advice people give. All right, so let's see if we can create a size reference, I think. I want to start with that. The way we'll do it is, I'm guessing, let's move this to selected. Can I think if there is a way to adjust the direction or the alignment? Can I do that? Not really. All right. How about this? I'm trying to figure out the best way to approach this because I want a way to set the scale without having to do too much adjustments. So how about this? Let's make a copy of these, isolate them. We're going to grab this and apply the modifier. And let's join. Set this to, there we go. So what we're doing right now is creating a way for us to have like a reference size reference. So we'll move this to cursor, then we move it to center of the world. So now I can adjust the size of my dumbbell based on this thing, which is a lot easier. Not right now, but I do every now and then use a build tool. But I am using a tool called HardOps, which is usually, most people see that as a really dynamic, and it's a really good tool if you want to work with Booleans. But there's also a number of other things you can do with it. For example, you can do sharpen, which helps you with shading. You can do beveling. You can do erase. And all of these are quick actions rather than going to your modifier, have to type it in. I want to do an array and things like that. Instead, you can go to array. You're going to get a few options. All right, cool. So I can do control. So if I do control array, I now have an option to like move around. You can't really tell, but it's a lot easier. All I did was move my mouse and scroll wheel. So it's a tool I highly recommend if you do a lot of those types of operations. And then you have HardOps. Let's see, how did you get access to that again? Okay, so Alt+W, and then you can do something like this. And now you have a Boolean tool. And if you want to, you can do, let's see if I can remember these buttons again. You do Q, you go to ever scroll. Now you can scroll with the mouse wheel between all your cutters. Now I only have one, but if I had, let's say 10, I can just use my wheel and scroll. through the various cutters, and I can, okay, I like where this is. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to move it up a bit or something like that. It's a really helpful tool. So if you're into hard surface modeling, HardOps, highly recommend. It does cost money, but it is worth a lot of money, worth everything. You know, in my opinion, if you have a bit of money on the side and you want to do some Blender, hard stuff, surface stuff, highly recommend HardOps. Oh yeah, it's fantastic. And it's one of the most recognized tools in the Blender community right now. So, like, why isn't it allowing me to delete those? Huh. Is it? Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. So let's first do that. That's not going to help. The faces. So, oh, I'm in HardOps still. And there we go. And I get the right tool. There we go. I think there are faces. Let's try this again. Distance. And now I should be able to. There you go. That has some inside faces I didn't see. So that's why I couldn't delete it. All right. So let's make sure I can't select this anymore. Perfect. Go to the top. Let's add the cursor to the center. The reason you're making a 2D game is because you suck at modeling. Well, the upside is that you're awesome at 2D, which is great because that's my weak point. So, always something, right? And also, everything's a practiced talent. I've spent 15 years doing 3D modeling, so I should be good at it. And you probably spent years on 2D modeling and 2D painting, whatever you want to call it, and you're good at that. Exactly. So we should work with our strengths. Me being pretentious and everything, but yeah. Shit. Let's do a cylinder. And that's going to be way too big, of course. So let's do the X. Let's do 9 degrees. All right, so 16. I could do 16 segments, but I'm thinking that could be too few. So the alternative would be 32, 24, or 16. Let's go with 24 because 32 might be too much. So let's see if we can figure out the size of this thing. All we're doing right now is creating something like a size ref. And I'm guessing that is way too big. How about we bring forth one of the mannequins? Let's do a... That's not the mannequin. Where's the mannequin? There's the mannequin. There we go. That's one. Yeah, ever so slightly, right? Although looking at the difference between these two, like you have the hand, it might be ever so slightly, but we're not far off. This is why you should always have a reference at hand. So if we compare like the between the hand of this thing, we're not far off, I think. But we could try and make it ever slightly smaller. Because in my head, when I'm thinking of how big this thing will be, usually I can't really grip a plate with my hand like this. So it would probably be as big as my hand. So if this hand is roughly my size, I think this could be... You think this is good? I will agree. Apart from, I want to make it ever so slightly. I think that is good. There we go. Just scale and make sure it's like this. And what we're going to do next is we're going to move this all the way to the side. And now we're going to use our amazing tool again. First, I need to set the rotation. We're going to use the array. Make sure it's slightly off. And we're going to use our scroll wheel to make a few copies. I think that is good. Awesome. Next, what we want to do, go to the Object tab, down to Viewport Display, and make sure it's rather than textured, which is what we see right now, let's make it wireframe. Cobbler, you found it. Oh, I actually have an alert. I didn't know that. Oh, that's a classic, isn't it? That's such a bad one. I threw it together quickly after work today. So the quality of the jokes might be on the poor side rather than the good one. But there's a few of them. But you're limited to a few. I don't. Or did I set a time limit? I can't remember. I think I did. Because otherwise, I've known someone, I'm not saying names, but someone would abuse the redeem. Or maybe the redeem is quite good. Yes, I just took the fire logo. I just added that as the inverted one. I think it looks good. Okay, so there's no limits apart from the cost. I'm not sure. This is the first time I've done, the negative or inverted, which one I want to call it. I'll set it as 500 redeems or 500 points. I'm not sure if that's a lot or not. I don't really know how to tell. How much points do you get when you watch the stream? I don't think it's that much. Perhaps 500 is too much. By making them not spread instead of having placed them and make it look like there's been people. True. So what I'm doing right now, and that you're making a good point, but what I'm doing right now is purely checking the scale. These are not going to be the final products because I'm going to lock this, so I can't really collect them anymore. It's purely for scale. But again, good point, and I should definitely do that once we've actually made the models. 5 minutes is 10 points. Oh, okay. Well, you're having a good points right now, Pixel, so please keep it up. Good feedback. So 10 minutes, which means that if you want to make another joke, you would have to spend 500 points, which might be too much. And that's like, what, 50 minutes? Watch time? Might be too much. Claim special bonus is 50 points. And what is a special bonus? Is that like watch streak or something like that? Like every 5 streams you watched in a row? Oh yeah, again, I haven't fixed this yet, but the ad notification is spot on for some reason. Now it's spot on. All right. Blue-Bly, hope I pronounced that right. Have you ever considered Linux? Yes. But for me personally, although I can see all the benefit with the Linux, it's just not something I want to spend time on right now personally. I have so much other stuff to add to like prioritize. So Linux, although proper stuff, really isn't for me. Though my brother has been on me for quite many years, want me to get over and skip Windows. How I fixed it? I didn't. It might be that Twitch did something on their side because I've been in contact with them, sending screenshots of my settings and everything, but now it's working. So I'm just happy it's working. And hopefully it works for everyone else. So yeah, on YouTube sides, we're experiencing ads on Twitch. Therefore, I'm taking a break and waiting for another 45 seconds. There were actually I did tell you last stream, I think I told you last stream, that I haven't heard from them since after my first chat. But 5 minutes after I said that, they contacted me through email. And once I started answering them, they quickly came back to me. So I'm really impressed by their customer support. It worked a treat. So thumbs up for Twitch. Really good stuff. And hopefully if this is their fix, even more so. Maybe that's all you're taking and they fixed it. Could be. Yeah. Oh, welcome back. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ads just ended. We haven't touched anything. We're still at the same spot that we were at. So you haven't missed anything, Pixel. They might have fixed it. Yeah. We did send a few emails back and forth. Perhaps, actually, I haven't checked in a while. Perhaps they have answered me. No, not yet. Not yet. There we go. All right. So since we're done with the ads, let's get back to it. So yeah, we have our size ref. So we're going to leave that. Actually, you know what? Just so that I don't forget it. Let's call them dumbbell size reference. Ref is good enough. And now you found my new emote too. There you go. Not many know what it is though. If I haven't been the one who made it, I wouldn't be able to tell you what it is. It's such a bad emote. But it is something we've been talking about on stream. So I thought, you know what? Let's use that. All right. So what we need now, I guess the handle will be the best place to start. So let's honestly make a copy of this, then lock it. Let's go to do this, then back to the center. All right, so now we have something in the center. Actually, to be honest, we don't need these anymore. We don't need you anymore. So at the center of this, where are you? Let's make you textured again. Scale it down quite a lot. Press the right buttons, as always. Have I ever made a game before, just me and nobody else? So you're talking, have I ever made a solo game before? No, not solo. I have made things, school projects, 3 or 4 games, and I worked on games professionally. But I've never made a game myself in my spare time. So this is the first, in a sense. But yeah, I do have experience though. Let's do this, delete that. Is it a game on Steam? No, not yet, because we haven't really made enough progress to post anything on Steam. So this is not something we do because we want to make money, or, well, we probably do, but it's going to be, this is a project we do as friends, me and a few friends. It's for fun. It's because we want to do it. And we do it on our spare time. So work comes first, family life comes first. So when it's ready, but we don't have any deadlines or things like that. So hopefully everything will go well. I can't make any promises that this will be done within the next year or so. It might take even longer, depending. I also have ideas of making my own game. Before this game, I was actually working on a solid project, a horror game. And I hope to get back to that someday. It all depends on time, motivation. Yeah, mostly time though, because I promised to do this with the friends, and I'm really looking forward to it. Horror, yes. Horror is probably my favorite genre, so I'm really looking forward to eventually go back to that. Let's see. Let's put this like so. That looks inappropriate. No, Twitch, don't look. Stop. I'm panicking. Stop. Yeah, you didn't see that. No one saw that. If you did, be quiet. No, you didn't see anything. Nothing. Cobbler, don't. I know you're typing. Probably didn't see it, did you? I promise you that was not planned. All right, let's make this even smaller. I think something like this. The best way to do this. Good. I'm sure you can imagine what happened though. But good. So how big should it be? I'm guessing something like this. Then we're going to grab this part. Move it to roughly this. Something like that. Pull down Alt+S. Move these up ever so slightly. And we're going to delete the ends. We don't need these. I'm pretty sure I adjust this. If not, I should. Have I done something? Because the... yeah, why... This is not right. Just 1 second, I need to fix. Why is my add-on adding lines like that? That's correct. That's correct. But why did it add on the 30 degrees? I don't want that. Let's see. This would be HardOps, right? Mark and sharpen. Sharpen default 60. Yes. Miscellaneous. I have to finish a horror game. Well, first I need to figure out the proper setting. And honestly, just give me 1 second. I need to fetch something. So here in Gothenburg, we have a chain. Actually, there's one in Stockholm too, but there's a chain called the Sci-Fi Bookstore. And in this bookstore, you can find very cool stuff. Like if you're interested in manga, anime, there's a lot of that. But there's also things from Lovecraft, horror stuff. So this book, not that big, and I haven't really opened it yet, but I plan to. It's really cool themed. It's Lovecraftian, like the 1920s, 1950s, something like that. And I'm thinking that is the theme I want to go with. So I bought this as a reference. You can see it's really cool. The style is really cool. There you go. So that is something I'm going to work on once I get the time for it. No. Don't tell me that is the first clipped video of my channel. That... God damn it, Cobbler. God damn it. It looks intentional too. That's the thing. It looks like I'm actually doing it intentionally. Do you know this feeling where you're thinking, wait till the day someone clips my videos? That would be so amazing. They will probably pick the funniest moments, you know, when I shine and I do the best things, like kind of define myself as a streamer people should look at and everything like that. And then Cobbler comes along. He does this. He clips a video of me breaking TOS. Well, probably not breaking it, but it looks like I'm doing it at least. So that's friends for you. Pixel, you've already seen it. You don't have to watch it. Please, don't give this traction. Let people know that this is happening on my stream. This stick shines too. That's, yeah. Oh, why did you say that? That's so dumb. Oh, god damn it. I'm lost. What was I doing again? I did something. I was meant to do something. God damn it. Sharpen. No, it should be correct. All right. God damn it. All right. I don't need this guy anymore. I feel like he's more a liability right now than anything. All right. Oh, actually, I unintentionally made this perfect in size, which is nice. Well, I did panic. You can give me a hard time now. I swear, it was not intentional. I really panicked. It's like, holy shit, no, no. It will not look like a phallus. Nope, nope. And on YouTube sides, that yeah, you're not going to see this unless you go on Twitch. Sorry, because I can't share that. I can't share it, especially not on YouTube. It's so dumb. Let's, oh, there we go. All right, so let's make, so what is the sizes we want? We want the, which specials exactly? You watched it, why did you watch it 4 times? Like once is enough, why 4 times? What was there a detail in the, like the 2, 3, and the 4th time that you felt like you missed, or what's going on? God, I'm so lost right now. I'm trying to get back. People come to my channel for some professional stuff, but here we are talking about penises instead of anything else. It's like so dumb. No, it's not. No, it's not penis. I swear. It might look like one, but that's not the thing. Just so you know, Cobbler, my parents do watch this stream. And thanks to you, they might see this. So yeah, that's on you. Well, if you had a good time about it, I guess I could live with it. Sorry, Dad and Mom. They're probably fine. You never know. Maybe I'll find out another side of my parents that I wasn't aware of. Maybe they love the adult jokes. Who knows? Okay, so something's not right. The alignment wasn't perfect. So I'm going to do this. What is a proper... Maybe the 24 is a proper size. You think they will play? Oh, that will be... I don't think they will. But then again, they have surprised me every now and then. My stream is glitching? You sure? It seems like my bitrate... it might be on your side, Pixel, so you could try and refresh. It does look like it's... Oh, it was on your side? Well, that's good. Well, I'm glad it fixed. It's me? All right. Because I think it would be a lot worse if it was on my side, because I have no idea how to fix that. But if it ever does that, please let me know. So don't worry about like holding back. Just tell me if it's bad or not. What's going on? I need vertex. I need closest. There we go. Your disk went to 89. Well, take care of your computer. That's all we have. I think this, and we're gonna have to move the cursor back. I want to add a empty plane axis. Nope. Gonna size it down a bit so it's not obvious. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna do a error, select the plane axis. What's going on? Oh, that's why. There we go. Actually, let's bring back our reference again. Yeah, that's way too small. Okay, so where's the scale reference? We made that for a reason. And there you go. It's way too small. And we need to limit the Y. I think that's good. So again, goodbye. Perhaps ever so slightly wider. I feel like that could be a bit wider. Just looking at my reference, if you have two plates, it kind of sticks out from the shelf. So we might do something like this. If I have Discord, yes, I do. I do have Discord. Let's see if it still works. Try and see if you can log into this link that I just posted. That didn't seem to post on YouTube side. Why not? Why is that logged out? That doesn't make sense. Apparently, my broadcast was logged out from StreamyBot, YouTube. Huh. Let's see. Why is this going on? Let's try that again. We're just going to see if it works. I'm going to send the link again, and hopefully on YouTube side, there you go. Awesome. So yeah, so if you're curious, I do have a Discord channel, and you are more than welcome to join. If you have questions regarding what I'm working on, or if you have questions regarding Blender or your Unreal, I would love to help you if I can. So there you go. And I will have to like kind of confirm your you want to join. So just join, introduce yourself, and I will confirm once I see it. And that's more like, I'm not used to having a big Discord channel at all. This is my first Discord channel. I want to take it slow, introduce it to a few people. And once it grows bigger and I'm more comfortable with it, I will increase the invitation numbers and make it unlimited. But right now, I think it's limited to 50. We should be down to about 40 now. This should be still open if people want to join. All right, so let's say that is a 10, which means these will be 5s. If I want to make it 12, I need a 1.5. 1 and 2 5s. And what we could do, I guess the easiest way would just to copy this thing like so. Move it out to roughly this area. I think something like that. That would be 12.5. But we would also need some beveling because that's just way too sharp. So let's start by doing that. Do I want to go with the sharp bevel or a rounded one? It should be a rounded one, shouldn't it? We could do it this way. Bevel, Control Shift. Oh, whoa. Slow down. Calm down. That went nuts. Yeah, that went nuts. Let's see. Let's clamp. We can't really go past. Oh, yeah, right. Because that one, so this smaller weight is thinner. Therefore, the bevel doesn't reach the entire weight. Okay, so, oh, sorry, something's really like a hair or something. Let's do this and then increase this part. There we go. And I do believe, doesn't the bevel modifier have a welding or merge option? It doesn't seem like it does. And I'm going to make the U 0.5. There we go. Let's add a weld. And I guess we have to do the same on this one. So let's do this, this, that. Work. All right, let's do it again. Do love this song. Doesn't make sense, but I love it. So as a weight, let's give it a second. There we go. That's a tenor. That could work. Yeah. Maybe looking at a reference, perhaps the bevel isn't that strong. Something like so. And let's make this a 1. Oh, right. Oh, have fun with the game. I'm just going to talk to myself. Sounds good. And actually, let's make it a 1. What about the... No, that's the wrong one. There we go. It does feel like it should be the same. Looking again at the references. Let's also add a weighted normal. And then we'll do this. There we go. Okay, so we need the last detail, which is, should I bring this part out? Did I apply that? Why did I apply it? Yeah, Weld is well, that's my only solution. I was hoping bevel modify would have it. What is this for? It's welding geometry that it's overlapping. So if you go to this one, if I temporarily remove all of these, so at the center where the two well, now it's useless, but if I had to, if I'm moving this all the way in, you can now see the shading is terrible. The reason is now you have overlapping points in the center of that ring. So if you add the weld, it just does that. It welds the points together. So it removes overlapping vertices. There you go. So yeah, it does what it names tells you. It maybe that doesn't make sense, like super intuitive, but yeah, that is what it does. And this part, you honestly, it doesn't make sense to have that small thing. So let's just do that. We're going to delete these. Make a remove this, pick this part. And again, why are you doing that? Because there's rotation. There we go. And next, we will bring this even further out. And not, oh, well, I did a extrude. We don't need that. All right, so here's the question, though. Let's bring this way out and also move this part out. Make a copy. Basically an outer merge by distance, exactly. I think there's options too, rather than just purely distance. No, it's only distance, or you can do vertex groups. Yeah, distance. I'm not sure what all or connected means in this case, but yeah, it's really handy. I rarely use it often, which is rarely, means the same thing. But for this case, when I want to keep it procedural or what's it called, non-destructive, it's a good one. What if you enable auto merge? You're referring to, where is it? Why can't I see it? Because I need to be, you're referring to this? It might work, but it might only work once you apply. We could try it out. It might be useless to have that weld, so let's just do this. And scale this one up insanely. And in this mode, so it is on now, but as you can see, the bevel is still not applied. Therefore, it technically doesn't have these burts. It technically doesn't exist yet. But then again, if I were to apply, no, it's the same. So it doesn't really take into account. So it's not a bad idea, but yeah, it is what it is. Doesn't work, unfortunately. All right, so I need to think a bit. I'm distracted. First of all, I need to do this. We're going to make 10 tens first. Let's go with this, I think. I think this is a good point. or the tens. So let's make a copy. First, let's bring back the size ref. Make a copy, move this to the side. I guess let's make it really dead on. Maybe not. There we go. Why is this song still recommended to me? There you go. Let's apply all the modifiers to this one. That would be 10s. The next step will be 12s. Didn't I combine? Why is it not combined? Huh. Let's see if I can give myself some space. Where are you? Now it's a good time to actually name things, right? Okay, so that's the dumbbell refs. You are not the one. Not this. Let's make sure we have all of these set to roughly the same. What I'm trying to do is figure out which one is this. No, I'm just painting all over the place. There we go. So which one are you? Not you. Could be this one. There we go. The reason is we're going to move all of these. You know, actually, no sense. Let's do it this way instead. All right. So next we need to make let's lock all of these. And this. Yeah, so do not take after me when it comes to organizing your outliner. Keep it neater than that. It makes really no sense to have that like untidy. That's my recommendation, at least. Now I'm pressing. Right. Just had to think because I feel like I'm creating way too many of these thick ones, but this makes sense. Looking at my reference again, I have the heaviest one seems to be like 5 of these bigger plates. So yeah, it makes sense. So copy, let's hide. Let's go to operations. Oh, add modifier, apply. Make sure everything's selected. Join. Unhide. Maybe not unhide everything though. We don't need all of these active, so I'm going to hide them all. All right. Which one is it now? I'm chilling in the viewport this time. Guess so. My cam position. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking you want the this side. Can't really show you. Oh, that would be nice if I could go around the corner. But I'm thinking if I'm going to show what I'm doing, I might as well show the shelf too. So I do have like 2 versions. One is the main one. It will still show you Blender, but now I'm on this side instead. Or I can do this one, but nope, that's the wrong one. This one. This is I prefer this one. I think it works. All right. One mistake. Why is T minus? I mean, I believe that is military language for before you do like NASA, before they do the launch of a rocket. T minus 10 seconds, 10, 9. I'm not sure what it stands for, to be honest. Probably should look that up. Or I'm using terms might mean something really different. According to this, the term T minus is generally used during countdowns to space launches. During a NASA countdown, the rocket launch, 10 minus T minus translate to time minus. I guess, yeah. Yeah, warm up count, yeah, something like that. And there we go. I do like that it's actually working now. That's perfect. Hello, Mohammed. How you doing? You were in the horizontal chat today. You were in the vertical chat last time. Don't worry about it. You join when you have the time. I'm not expecting people to like put their lives on pause to join me. So yes, we're talking about the term T minus, which is a NASA term for, what was it again? Time minus, which is like we have this many seconds left until launch, something like that. I'm just borrowing it as a Twitch and YouTube message. Yes, horizontal. So that's a term often used for when you stream like horizontally, your video is wider than it's tall. And then you have vertical, which is the other way around. It's often used on mobile. So it kind of depends if you have a mobile like this or like that. I think landscape is probably more accurate. So yeah, that is, so I actually stream into both right now. All right, so we got 2 seconds left. There we go. So everyone who unfortunately got some ads, welcome back. What we're going to do is I made a slight mistake. You know what? Let's add this to a collection so I know where it is. Dumbbell. Let's just make it dumbbell. Oh, mistakenly clicked outside. Dumbbell. There we go. Temporarily hide you because I realized I made the mistake of making this too big. I'm going to do this and I'm going to move this. Now I don't have a mirror, so I'm going to have to look at how far I'm moving it. So it's negative 0.022. So that means that we're going to move this one at positive 0.022. There we go. And then what we can do, which is a really good thing, this is a good tool if you want to make things quicker and don't have to adjust multiple assets. Let's say you don't have mirror. You can select the one you want to have be a copy of the other one. Go to the other. So you're going to select them both. And Control L and go down to object data. Now they're exactly the same because the other one is now an instance of the other. So if you make a change to either one, that change will move over to the other one. And once you're done, you need to go into object data and click this button, which is make sure that now it's not an instance anymore. How my day's been? It's been great. A dumbbell, not a dumbbell. Not sure why it's called a dumbbell, but yeah, that's what it's called. Dumb means like fool, an idiot, or something being foolish or idiotic. So I'm not sure why it's called that. And bell, of course, that's the bell. I have no idea the history. Do you know what? I'm actually kind of curious now. Let's check. Let's see, why is it called a dumbbell? Let's see, what does Google have to say? According to Google, the term originated from the late 18th century England, derived from dumb, meaning silent. Oh, and bell, referring to an exercise apparatus similar to the mechanism for ringing a church bell but without a clapper, thus making no sound. So the word dumb has meant silent back in the day. Oh, I didn't know that. Nightfall, how you doing? How's my day been? My day has been amazing. How is yours? How's your day been? I can't really talk. Done anything fun? Mohammed, I don't know how to say the name. That's fine. It's dumb. The B is silent, so it's just dumb bell. That's it. You still remember me? That one night you play World of Warcraft and you asked me about retailing, etc. Yes, I do remember that. Well, I don't remember all the details of our conversation. I do remember you were talking about getting into it again, and perhaps you did. I don't know. For me, it's kind of on hold right now because I have a lot of other stuff in life, but I did reach 90. So that was fun. And I have a friend who's been on me to get into it again because he wants to start raiding. We have to make that transfer first over to a new server. We haven't decided on which one yet. Oh, don't worry about it, Mohammed. It's always fun to give information. And I learned something too. I wasn't aware that the word dumb back in like 200 years ago meant something completely different. I don't know why I tried something new. You ahead of me? I'm ahead of you. Yeah, there you go. Well, I did get a head start, I guess. Muhammad, 1930. Referring to time? Well, it's 2030 for me. But yeah, there you go. You watched Blender 3D last night, and now I'm doing it. There you go. So Blender, Unreal, that's honestly the thing I'm mostly about on this channel. So if you're ever curious about Blender or Unreal, please do join. And if you have questions, do ask, because I love to share whatever I know about Blender. So if you have any questions regarding it, just shoot, and I'll do my best. There's no dumb question. If I stream on Twitch, yes, I do. That's the main stream channel. But I'm also streaming to YouTube landscape or horizontal, YouTube vertical, where you are at right now, I'm assuming. You're on the phone, I guess, looking on a vertical screen. And I'm on Twitch all at once. I'm honestly actually kind of thinking of going out to Kick too, but that is probably way in the future. I don't want to burn myself with too much. So let's make a copy of these. All right, not like that, apparently. How about we do one at a time then? There you go. And then we want to grab these, which are apparently locked. Where are they? Like, honestly. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to name these because this is insane. Cobbler, you just said there's no silent question. Did I? Oh. Yeah, I guess I did. Well, Cobbler, context is important, and we're in the 21st century by now, so dumb has been translated into something completely different. And that is me being pretentious about it. I will follow you later anyway, bro. I almost got completely Mafia 3. Oh, nice. I'm going to continue. Have a nice day. By the way, are you where I'm from? So first of all, I haven't played Mafia 3, but I've seen snippets of it, and it looks like a lot of fun. And thank you. Please, I do appreciate it if you want to follow me. That is amazing. So thank you for that. And where I'm from Sweden. I'm a Scandinavian Viking. That's where I'm from. So have fun with your game. Also, let's do this quickly because I'm annoyed by myself not being able to see where in the outliner everything is. Let's call this Dumbbell 1001. Mohammed, I realized that I'm the only boy or man, I guess, in all classes. Oh, there you go. Well, that's it. That's a situation for you. Have fun with that. Am I a man or a boy? Well, I could give you a fun, joking answer to you, but I'm thinking instead I'm going to say this. If you work, if you study, if you take responsibility for everything in your life, I would say you're a man. I think that kind of defines the difference between a man and a boy, is a man takes responsibility for things in his life and perhaps even for others in some, like, to a certain degree. So if you do those things, I would say you're a man. I really look like a Viking. I'm not sure. I don't have the. Unfortunately, I didn't really inherit the good beard that the Vikings had. Nightfall. Cool. I'm from northern part of India. Oh, really? Next time, let's discuss about video games, bro. Yeah, see you next time. Absolutely. Yeah, I would love to have a discussion regarding video games. So please join us whenever you have the time. This week, though, next time would have been Saturday, but I plan on going back home to my parents. So I'm not going to stream this Saturday. So next time would be next week, Tuesday. Well, I do have everything like a schedule. I don't think YouTube has a good schedule, do they? Which has a schedule, but I might look into YouTube scheduling. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, have a good day. All right, so let's see. You would be, let's call you Dumbbell. I'm going to go with 12s. It is technically 12 and a half, but that would be insane. Right. I'm just going to go with 12s. These would then be 15s. I do feel like that is incorrect, but that doesn't matter. I'm sure there's a faster way of doing this, but at least I can make sure I'm doing correct. The thing, like spelling everything correctly. There we go. So now I know where all these are. So what I need to do now is the second row. The easiest way to do that would be to, oh, all right, sorry, I forgot to add these 2.5s to the last asset. How should we do this? Let's actually delete this part. Move this part forward. Let's add cursor at edge. Let's move this to cursor. That is all I can do, or that is all so that I can't really talk. Doing that, now I can do the mirror because the origin point is at the center of my handle. Perfect. Lastly, let's go into this, grab this part. Do roughly the same we did last time. This time we need to do positive. Well, I guess we could do the same as before. 2. There we go. I'm going to select these. This time I'm going to do negative 0.22, and there we go. Next, we can add these together. I can't because I need to apply a modifier now. I should be able to. All right, they are instances. I forgot about that. So that's the upside with using instance. Now you saw the transferring over to this part. That's perfect. And with that, we can honestly hide these. Let's see, 10, 12, 15. Is that really 20? 5, 5. Is that 22 and a half? I made a mistake somewhere. Let's see. Mohammed, that's one who called me from he's my very old boss. He said he needed you, but I asked for him a job. He gave you a delivery. All right. So I'm taking that. I need to read that one more time. All right, so you got a job, but am I getting this right? You need to work in a different region than your school, or what's going on? I assume you're still going to school though. But if you got a job and can still work, that would be great. All right, so something's not right. That's 10, 12. 15. Is that really what 15 is? I thought 20s, for example, were 2 5s, right? Right, that's a 5. That's 5, 10. This is 15. Wait, my head right now. 5, 5, 10. 5, 5. So I'm guessing these are not 2.5. They're 1.25, right? That would be 12. But that's 5, 5, that's 10, that's 20. So I've made a mistake somewhere. Honestly, let's not think about it too much. This is a proper like setup. We were adding at 5, then we're adding the whatever they are, the small ones. So let's just keep going with that. It doesn't have to be perfect. So next will be, let's make sure all of these have their set properly. Now the geometry origin. Proper. And should I move them like that? Next, I want this. All right, let's do it this way instead. Temporarily hide that. Grab all these, move them this way instead. Doesn't really matter. Next. There we go. And a copy. We should have 5s. So on this side, delete you and this one. Go and grab this. Make a copy. And we're moving it 0.32. Go. Do the same for this one. Oh, you have tribes. Okay. So the region belongs to the strongest tribe in the Southland. All right. I am not familiar with the tribal culture, but I hope that is positive for you. Let's move this out roughly 0.008. Ooh, there we go. That's actually 0.82. Do that. We're doing quite rough estimates right now. It's a weekend, no studying. Well, that's good. Really, no need to study on the weekends unless you absolutely need to, like you have a test or exam, I guess it's called. Why is it? The shading is terrible. Why is that? I'm pretty sure I applied these weights. Guessing all of them are bad then. No, it doesn't look like they are. Huh. Weird. All right, so make new copies. Let's grab 2.5. So yeah, I mean the process is the same. Nothing new. All right, so now, God, don't like when I do that. Okay, so my add-on isn't really working all that well right now. Let's do a save, and I'm going to do this. Let's go to this, and I'm going to have to close Blender. I know why, but every now and then the HardOps add-on does that. It hides my mirror transform tool gizmo. Did you get a call, Cobbler? I have no idea. Yes, for who just called you? Who could have called you? Okay. That's a good one. So you're going to bed. Time to go. Well, thank you. Yeah, I hope to see you next time. So next time will be on Tuesday. So if you can make it, that would be great. But yeah, I'm gonna have a weekend with my parents. So hopefully I'll see you on Tuesday. Yeah, so have a good night. See you around. There we go. Just wondering where it went off to. Let's see, how should I do this? I'm gonna grab that part. I'm gonna grow my selection. I'm gonna delete it. Actually, you know what? We can delete this entire thing. And we're going to make a mirror. There we go. So the reason we're doing that is so that I can grab these, move them forward. And let's see, mirror weighted, smooth, let's remove that. What does this mean, Mohammed? I'm now one of the sons of the leader of this tribe. So you've been adapted then? Adopted is the word. I'm not sure what that means in your, like culture-wise, I'm not sure what that means. Well, I mean, understand the term adopted, but what does that mean for you? Does that give you benefits or something? He works in IKEA somewhere in Scotland. All right. That's that is a cultural difference, isn't it? Let's see. Let's apply these. Oh, you know one of the zones. Okay, I read that completely wrong. My bad. Okay, you know one of the zones. That makes sense. You're not what I want you to be. There you go. Now I'm thinking the easy way for me to do this is purely grab all of these, delete them, transfer this over like so. And apparently my shading is off. There you go. Why does it do that? I'm not sure. I don't like it, but it is what it is. Money do everything, I guess. Money does a lot, but what it doesn't do is bring you happiness, I guess. Although it will help quite a bit. Let's see. First of all, let's move these all the way like so. Yep. What I want. Oh no. No. Did you combine? Why did you combine? Because I have this activated. God dang it. Ugh, no. I didn't want to combine. I didn't want that. How about this? Did that work? It looks like it did. Annoying. Fine with a little bit of a gap. And honestly, thinking about it, doesn't really matter. It is annoying though. And we need another one. Apply. Make this a instance. There you go. Why my hair look like an anime hair? I don't know. Well, I do kind of know. It's that before stream I showered, so I'm guessing I have natural anime hair. I guess, which is a thought I didn't think I would actually have. But yeah, I guess that's why. Right. So the last one, which is this. The process is exactly the same as before. Copy these over. I'm going to grab this. Well, where are you? There you are. Yep. And let's move it over like so. Forward. Oh, I forgot something. There we go. Awesome. And for the sharp-eyed has probably already noticed what the problem is. There we go. Perfect. I should be Sigma. I should be Viking Sigma. Well, we'll see. I'll try next time. I'll give it my best. Yes, we can. No, it's already been set. So what we need to do is combine these two. Going to make the apply. We're going to make these. Make sure it's an instance. Next, let's hide this part and this part, which is, what was it again? Was it this one? It was. That was just for reference. We don't need that anymore. Honestly, we don't need it as so much that I can actually delete it. Next, let's move these to the side. Yeah, something like that. Perfect. And I probably should, yeah, I should definitely make these individuals. And question is though, I'm trying to figure out, oh, sorry, Cobbler, yeah, see you. I missed you completely. So I need to think through this, which means do this. Oh, my bad. I was completely in my own thoughts. No one saw what I did. Awesome. I need to really get better at that. Your boss told you something strange? Well, that's not fun. Let's make a new. I'm opening Photoshop right now. I want to have a proper. Oh, this one. That's fine enough. It's good enough. Just give me a second. Do so. So just almost done. All right. Why if I do this? Hopefully this is correctly set up. It is. So we're in Photoshop now. So what I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking. I can have shelves with dumbbells. And they could be one and the same mesh. So they're going to be combined. Right? performance-wise, that's better. However, what I'd like to see is when a character sits down with a dumbbell, like I guess like something like this, right? Would love to see at least a few of these be gone on the shelf. That would be nice. But it might also be a bit too much right now. And the reason I'm saying right now is that what we want to do right now is to create an MVP, right? A minimal viable product. And all of these things I just listed, apart from combining this to entire one single mesh, it's not, I wouldn't say complicated necessarily, not the most complicated thing we're doing. But it would mean extra work. And it's not going to add much, I think, to the MVP itself. So what we probably will do is I have a shelf made. I'm thinking again, MVP, everything else is a distraction. Let's just make one with like 4 bells like this, and then we're going to combine it into one. And all of these things that will be with MVP not included, we can add it at a later point depending on, because right now, so the big reason why we're emphasizing MVP is we want to focus on everything that makes the game fun. And we want to make it in such a small scope that making a change or realizing we might not have something that's fun, we need to have a small scope in order to do those iterations quickly. So if we realize small MVP and we play the game, we let people play the game, and a realization comes to us that this is not fun. This is not fun at all. A MVP allows us to do that as quickly as possible, assuming, of course, we do the right thing and lower the scope to a level where we can iterate quickly. So that's why the MVP is so important. And my consideration, what I'm looking at right now is more than an MVP, apart from the last part I just mentioned, which is combining into one, place it in a corner. When a character goes up to it, we can just spawn 2 new ones, new dumbbells in their hand. They can sit down, they can do the pumping, they can just push it back. It will overlap, it will look weird. Again, MVP. It might even be so that the MVP will be a character goes to the bench, stands there, doesn't even sit, doesn't do animation, anything like that. Something happens, the character does another thing, and after 2 or 3 events or exercises, it will leave, and that's it. That might be the MVP. For now, though, I'm just going to make a small version. We can have all these separate, but I'm also going to make copies of them and combine them with the original shelf. Let's see. Mohammed, my boss told me something strange before I go. 8 hours of travel. That's a big thing. He said this will be your last work with him. Oh, that's weird. Then I should focus on my study. Well, that is a good point, though. He said it before because he's going back to Sweden. He's going back to Sweden, okay? And then you like what I'm talking about? Okay. But why the share is under the dumbbells? No, the share will not be underneath the dumbbells. What will happen, I can actually unhide everything. Let's see. Where are my walls? Everything is a mess. What are you, by the way? Let's just delete that. Oh, that is delete. Can't delete it because it's probably hidden or I can't touch it. Where is it? Just give me a second. I need to clean a bit. So the idea is now to put a number of these shelves or these dumbbells on top of this shelf. Like so. They are going to be sorted on top of the shelf from light at the top left to the heaviest to the bottom right. And then I'm just going to combine them into one single mesh. That is it. That's it. The share needs to be done at some point. I'm probably going to have to start working on it today, but for now, I just want to make sure the dumbbells are done. And honestly, before I do that, I need to clean. This is so dumb. Pun intended, or maybe not a pun, but what is in this one? That is that dumbbell. I'm going to delete these. Don't need these anymore. And then we're going to bring all of these into that very... I need to do it this way. Nope, that's not the one. Into this one. And then I'll just make sure they are there. Yeah, perfect. Oh, my bad again. Now here you go. Here we go. So sorry, let's do that one more time. I need to learn to keep remember to move back. We're still in Photoshop. So I'm gonna place the dumbbells on this shelf. So 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 8, 9, 10, wherever it's gonna be. So they're not gonna be underneath a chair or anything like that, but the characters might walk up to a chair, stand there for a few seconds, grab whatever they need, and just move on afterwards. Again, it's an MVP. Awesome. Professional streamer right here. I might be honest, I might have complicated things for myself by just making all of these scenes. I should probably have less scenes. It's okay. Well, I do well, although I agree with you, it is okay, but it's just, I would love to be better at it. I look tired. I'm not really tired. I'm distracted. That's why I'm at. I'm actually kind of excited, energy, have a lot of energy right now, so I'm not tired. I'm focused, distracted. That's why I am. All right. It's an ad break over on Twitch, and that gives me some time to go and grab some more water. So I'll be back in a few, like, give me half a minute and I'll be back. I'll actually give me more because I'm going to go to the bathroom also. So I'll be back in 2 minutes. In a bit. All right, there we go. I'm back. If we can make some progress. Right, so let's focus on cleaning up the outliner. I think that is likely the most reasonable thing I can do right now. Got the dumbbell. Let's grab this. And can I grab you too? Can, but I can't grab that at the same time. Why not? Okay, never mind. Make that new collection. Let's do equipment. Oh, I can't see. Oh, that's weird. All right. I'm not sure if that's a bug, but it is weird. I can't really see. So it is apparently selected now. But I can't really see the outline anymore. So that's weird. Mohammed, I am camping them by the old one mountains. I found some beautiful ores like crystal quartz. All right, that's cool. And you're out camping too. Well, you're living a really adventurous life, Mohammed. All right, next we're gonna grab these. This. All right. And I'm guessing we could add all of these to a collection called. Should we call it? Should we go for layout? Should we go for like walls? Should we make it? Let's make it layouts. No, actually, let's make it walls. Which means we need to do these. Let's grab all of these. Everything related to walls. We had TVs, but again, not part of the final. I'm going to delete those. And these are furniture, so, well, actually, technically, I guess that's wall too. But these, though, let's make these furniture or something. There we go. So we're going to save this. We're going to hide these for now. Because these are probably not the best way to source, but I don't want to spend too much time on it. All right, what next? What's next? I guess next will be to combine all of these things. So hide you for now. Make sure this is also hidden. Let's move all the empty to their own collection. Empties. I'm going to make them unselectable. Next, let's make sure all the modifiers are applied. We're going to have to put the origin at its proper place, which means we're going to select this face, that face, move cursor to face. It should be in the middle, as far as it should be at the bottom too. Select all of these. No, we're going to do this. Not sure the origin point is at the cursor. Then we're going to combine them. Let's see. You also find some sapphire and either blue and yellowstone. Cool. I don't know about either blue or yellowstone, but that sounds like cool sapphire stuff. Or you should not take them because they. Oh, so you're not allowed to take them. No, that makes sense. If you're not allowed, you shouldn't. Make sure you stay out of trouble, especially if you're going to school, because that should be, I guess, your main focus. Do take care of yourselves, though. Don't make any dumb decisions. Right. Next would be dumbbells. How many could I put on this? I think I did 2, 4, 8. Is it all? No, it's not 6. I think I can make probably 4, 6. Let's try 6 for now. No, I can probably go with all 8. Yeah, there you go. Oh, they belong to the government. Yeah. Don't make any dumb decisions now. Stay away. Let's see. I believe we rotated these 15 degrees. Really the other way. Is that really 15? Like it's not. Right, I forgot. This is the thing about instances you need to apply to make them non-instance. Oh, you bought your first Minecraft version, like game? Awesome. Fun. That's really good. Minecraft is such a good game. Yeah, have fun. That's a really good game. Correct. How, by the way, how many? Oh, it's our, no, it can't be 40,000. It's not 40,000 triangles, is it? No. Really? That is insane if it is. Perhaps it is. Oh, damn. 40,000. That might be too much. I might have gone a bit too far on the... I don't think it's going to be a problem necessarily because, I mean, 40,000 for all of these. I think that in the end, I might have to, like, further down the line, I would definitely have to do some optimization on this part. What's going on? What's happening, Mohammed? Have you started playing? Have you got stuck in the nether regions? Like a nether zone, not nether regions. That's a poor choice of words. Nether is it called, right? I haven't played Minecraft in such a long time. And why aren't you locked? You need to be locked and also hidden by now. 2, 4, 6, 8. There we go. Copies. Move you over here. To the side. Rotate negative 15. I think that's gonna. We forgot the launcher open. You didn't close. Yeah, this is insane. 31,000. Oh, god damn. I mean, I know how to fix it. First of all, these could be one single rather than separate meshes like they are now. You could combine them and make this a small inset, I guess it was called. That could probably save a few hundreds. And you can also bake things, bake stuff with like textures instead. So there are options. So for now, I'm just going to leave it as is. Focus on optimization. That's another point. Yeah. Let's save. Let's also make sure rotation. Oh, okay. There's still some instances. Go. Now I should be able to do that. Do it to scale. Like these. Ooh, you know, we should also separate this so that when you have all of these as a separate mesh, so I can always make new stuff later on. And apparently, my shading didn't like that. So how about now? There you go. And everyone will look at my Discord, will see me playing Minecraft for 26 hours. Well, playing Minecraft isn't unusual, at least not for 26 hours. I've had more than 26 hours in Minecraft. Though if you did it in 2 days, that might be rough. But I wouldn't worry too much about that. Oh, god damn it. Why am I like this? Can someone tell me why I'm like this? Can I blame chat? Probably can't. I want to. No, I can absolutely blame chat. That's your fault. There we go. Now it looks correct. Look like dumbbells in movies? Well, thank you. I do have some nice references, so it's not that hard. But thank you. All right, so let's do this all over again. Move you over here, side. If my brother is here, no, it's not. My brother is probably with his girlfriend right now on the other side of the city. I should tell him hi. Well, if I remember, just next time I see him, I will tell him hi. Now you are. Why is this? What's going on? Is it because I didn't set you as sharp? Is that why? No, that's the one. I'm assuming the same issue with this one. There you go. Do this, that, this. Select sharp edges, mark sharp. Do that. Find all of these. There we go. Oh, we have the same issue with these. I guess that makes sense. My brother is just, well, not that uncommon, I guess. But yeah, they've been together for a few years now. Let's see. Select again, sharp edge. And the same with the. Okay, so I'm missing a lot of stuff right now. Not sure why. Didn't I not set these as sharp? I probably didn't. I mean, it's an easy fix, but it's annoying that I keep missing them. What? Did I miss this one too? Well, okay, so something. All right, we need to fix this. Why is it? Oh, it's probably the same issue I had before. Okay, I think I know what it is. So select sharp, mark sharp. So let's go to face mode. Do this. No, that isn't the issue. Okay. Then let's do that. That's not issue either. This. Can I delete it? What's going on? Pretty sure there are. What's going on? You have respect for my brother? Well, I'm sure he's happy to hear that. So why is it? Why is it that I can't delete Going on. Something with the orientation. No. What if we do it this way then? I think that worked, but something's weird. That fixed it. It reminds me of the girl from America that you're having a chat with. She responded. Why is it I can't delete these? I'm not sure that makes sense. I can do that. I can't do this. How about that? No? Now I'm kind of confused. Why is it that I can't? Are they not combined? Well, that I think that happened because I misclicked something, but now I'm really confused. Why is it? All right. I mean, we have the solution. No, of course I remember. It hasn't been that long. This time. Really doesn't make sense, but apparently that was an issue. Oh, she replied and wants to play Minecraft? That's awesome. Do it. You were the one to ask? Even better. Take initiatives. All right, so this would then be called, what should we call it though? This is dumbbell. Dumbbell rack. We call it something like full. I mean, the name dumbbell rack will always, there will be a name. Actually, dumbbell shelf, no rack. We should call it racked, as if it's been someone's placed stuff on it. Or we can just call it rack and make it a O2. And why O2 is that I want the empty one to be O1. And we get to object, we can add this. We don't need UV mapping on these for now. We can make new UV maps later on. And let's move this to equipment. I'm going to move this to equipment 2. And what are you? You don't have any of those. Did you have the same problem, though? You have the same problem. I don't know what that is. Again, an easy fix, but it's annoying that I don't really know what's going on. Not sure why you're selected. This will be dumbbell rack 1. I'm going to pass this on to equipments. You tried to draw her, but you don't know what her face looks like, but you tried anyway. Okay. I mean, that's a fun exercise. I mean, if not anything else. If not anything else. All right. So let's see. What about you? Dumbbell all the way down to 20s. I mean, yes, they are 20s, I guess. We should make these 25s. No, wait. Am I doing increments of... I'm doing something dumb again. 15. I guess. 20s. I'm skipping 20, 50, 17 and a half, which they would actually be. Let's do 17. I mean, to be completely honest, it's not really important. They could be dumbbell 1 through 16 or something like that, to be honest. And maybe that is actually what I should do. Should I call it? I've already started doing this. Let's just keep on doing it. So this now be 20s. Again, I'm not sure if this makes sense. For me, it's making less and less sense, to be honest. And you filed. All right. Well, you're having a conversation with her, so that's good. All right. Sorry, guys. I need to do this a different way. This doesn't work for me. It doesn't. It doesn't work. Should I go with increments of 5 instead? Yeah, let's go with increments of 5, which means you would be 15. I think this makes more sense. And of course, there's another one already called. All right. This is probably not going to work because I've already named a few of these already. How about that? There's another thing I should do. There you go. Now we're talking. You will try again? Yeah, do it. Remember, the way to succeed is to first fail. Which is a very sassy way of saying you can't... You will eventually succeed, but you need to try first. And try means you will often fail, so try again. And also, it's a painting. Have fun with it. Don't take it too seriously. If you can have fun, I think that would be more interesting to her than anything else. Let's do that. 25. You will be 30. Now we got it. It took me a while, but now I'm starting to get it. I mean, no one's... This is not going to be like real life proper stuff, right? It's all about the look. This probably as good as it gets. All right, next will be to quickly clean these parts up. So I guess we can also delete the UV map while we're at it. I mean, it's not really that necessary, but I like to keep things clean. And we can then make you unselectable and hide everything. Right. What I need to do is like so. Like so. The red is not a problem. Meant to be there. Because I'm using operation or a function where you can see the backside of a wall. I also don't want to see the backside. There you go. We're trying to study our personality. Well, that's usually how you start, right? This entire scene seems to be around 45. Does that make sense? It feels like that is low. Because if this is 30, that's 4. That's roughly 4. Perhaps it isn't. But then again, these are way too, like, unoptimized. But either way, what we've done, we quickly jump over to the notes, is that we have finished. Doesn't seem like I had it on my list. What it should be is these. Actually, let's add an X in it and say dumbbells. And I just call it dumbbell rack. I've already done the dumbbell rack, but there you go. Well, slash shelf. That's done. Once from here on, we should probably focus on, I mean, the exercise chair will be one thing. We could go for the vending machine. That could be fun, just to add a few details to that. Nothing too fancy. That could be something. You want to study it in order to have a proper conversation? Yeah. I mean, rather than saying you want to study her, you want to get to know her. That's the same with any other person. I'm not sure if I'm the right person to give advice, to be honest, on this, like when it comes to relationships. But I would say if I had to try something, I would try to be friends first. Then everything else will eventually fall into place, or it will not. It depends. Nothing is certain. But start out trying, how should you be friends with this person rather than to study someone? Just try to be friends with them. Have some fun. Don't really try to get into anything more than that for now. Start out as friends. You didn't join the Discord server because you're, I'm guessing you're saying afraid? I mean, as long as you're following the rules, there shouldn't be a problem. And there's no one, as far as I can tell, on the Discord channel that is an a-hole. And if they are, they will be kicked. I didn't join the Discord server because I am friends. Okay. Sure about the context. You see her as a teacher. Okay. Well, if that is the type of relationship you want to have with her, then continue doing that. But I would still say that try to be friends. You can always have a friend can also be a teacher. I'd say. Maybe you should, instead of teacher, you can call it a role model. Someone you look up to, in a sense, trying to learn from them. Teacher is such a formal way to say it. I would just call them role model, if anything else. Or friends. I would start with friends. Right. Let's bring back the wireframe. To be completely honest, I'm not super motivated to start on a new model. So I'm thinking doing some planning would be great instead. Let's see, write it on my notepad. Meanwhile, simplify the reception desk, which would mean refined. Let's say refined. Refine the reception desk, adding small details such as shelves. We need a chair, so we can make that or download one, I guess. Right, a reception chair works. We have a vending machine, or refine it. Or we should add a window at some point. But I'm not super worried about that because at some point we're going to transfer all of this to Unreal. And we can add planes and things like in Unreal instead. We're going to have to split this entire thing up into pieces, which is actually a task. Should we call it divide layout into modular assets? I can spell. I'm also going to move the done task to the bottom. Well, again, another mistake and unfocused part. You were already seeing me working in the notepad. I thought you were looking at Blender. There you go. It makes you feel like she's teaching you a lot of stuff, like a teacher. Okay. Our friends would be the next step. Yeah. Just keep at it. And remember, I think that you do well to remember friends first. I'd say that's my advice. Whether or not it's a good one, I'll let you decide. I think that if you start as friends first, then you will see a lot more benefits doing that. All right. And you're working on a Python project. Let's see, what is it? By the way, I'm making a whole level up system using Python. Oh, really? I didn't know you can do that with Python. That's really cool. Yeah. Working on projects. Awesome. Let's see. We're going to quickly add something resembling a chair. It's not going to be anything complicated. It's more that I don't forget about it. There you go. Yeah, I didn't see that, but I just added it in Blender. I'm really all over the place today. What else? We can add plates to the plate rack. We can do that. To add plates to plate rack or shelf. Let's call it plate. Yeah, let's do that. I'm guessing also we should add a few minor details such as perhaps a trash can, or like some kind of plant with the pot, something like that. You're making very, very small progress, but you're making progress. That's the important part. Because it's based on equations I suggested last time. All right. I can't remember which equations it was, but if it's helping you, please continue. That's a good thing. And also remember, all progress is progress, and it's important not to look down on even the smallest progress. What you don't want is regression, which is going backwards. That's what you don't want. So if you're going forward, you're doing great. So keep at it. swiveling around the blender right now. And then, you know what? I think this would be more interesting to look at rather than my notes. Go back to Blender. Trying to figure out what else. We can't add too much. That's kind of the main point of this initial gym, right? If this is like a starting area for your character, so everything needs to be like bare minimum. It needs to represent the smallest, like again, minimal viable layout that you need to start. So that is your first challenge, to initiate a proper and prosperous gym from this. You need to figure out, okay, yeah, things like that. Okay, we're going to have one more ad. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to run the ad straight away, I think. So I'll be back in 2 minutes. Can I do it? Or is that taken down? There we go. We got 2 minutes of ad. I'm just going to do it. Get it done. Oh, you have 0034 XP. All right. I mean, again, XP is XP. If you're progressing and developing as a programmer or in general, that's a good thing. Oh yeah, please let's ignore the last Twitch message. I have a stream about that. Once you get the first notification, which is telling you it's 1 minute until ads. That's from Twitch, by the way. But I also have my own, like, grabs that notification and starts a delay timer. So it sends you, hey, we're going to have ads in 1 minute. And then the delay start ticking. And 1 minute later, it will send you another message saying, we're playing ads. But in this case, it might not, because it's also based on a message from Twitch saying, now ads are playing. So we'll see. We'll see. We don't need to see how much is left. It's roughly 30 seconds. Yeah, ignore that. Or you can stand up, grab some water, stretch your legs. It's more important than you think. So here's the thing. Let's bring back the mannequins, and we're going to look at that once the ad is over. Here we go. So what I want to look at, we're going to use these mannequins. I'm going to move them around a bit. 0.0034 is not even level 0. Again, that's progress. It doesn't matter if you're just started at level 0 or if you're at level 55. It doesn't really matter. Your end goal, which I'm assuming is 100. Well, the thing is, that's when you're done. That's when you've reached your highest level. So that means that this will take years, right? Level 0 is 39.54453. I'm not sure why that is the thing. Shouldn't you start at level 1? That's where you should start. Either way, how you make your progress thing, it's up to you. What makes you feel nice, what makes you feel like you're making progress. Just keep in mind, even if it's 100th of an XP, it's still progress. So keep at it and don't stop. This is this takes years. Gufaripa, hello. How you doing? I didn't miss an earlier from you, did I? No, I didn't. So how you doing? How's your day been? And welcome. Let's see. Lay this badass down. See if What about the size? The size is decent, to be honest. I mean, that looks weird. I understand that, but we're just trying out the size. To be honest, let's continue doing that. Let's move this thing into the squat rack. And we're going to have to add a barbell to the squat rack so we can see what's going on. You like things when they're tough and hard? Yeah. Like, challenges should be challenging. That's like kind of the main point of it, right? If it's too easy, we get distracted and easily unmotivated. But try your best to find something that's challenging, but just outside of your comfort zone. It shouldn't be the hardest thing you can find. Yeah, why not? I'm just thinking, wait, why is it doing that? I assume it's because these are not hard. Or sharp, I should say. There we go. That looks better. Oh, perfect. I mean, size-wise, we are doing quite well. I guess I was thrown off a bit because this one is way off size-wise. So we're going to look at that at some point. I guess that could be for the next stream. Now, though, this is the question. How off is this? Yeah, it's way off. It should be a lot bigger than this. It should be more like this, which is it's roughly 0.25 off. Okay, so we can add that to our list to do. Let's see, adjust the scale of the treadmill. Let's add in parentheses roughly 25%. Also, just in case, good to be like thorough and really detailed in your own explanation, because today makes sense, but tomorrow you're like, what did I mean by 25%? Like reduction, increase? It depends, right? And I'm assuming we would see the same thing with the bike. So a golden rule, or a tip I got when I was into spinning, which is just being on these bikes and you have an instructor in front of you, and they, together with all of the other students, let's call them that, will do this routine of cycling, right? And they said it should be roughly at your hip. And that is another image we can't really look at, so I'm going to move you further. We've made a few of these mistakes. So I'd say this one also needs to increase in size. Yeah, that makes sense. So roughly 1.2%, or sorry, 20% increase. I'm going to copy that task. And we're going to adjust the scale of the cycle machine. Bicycle machine, I guess. Bicycle machine. Let's say 20%. Let's see. When you were in primary school, and if I file in the mission, they hit me so hard with sticks and pipes or pips. Why on earth would they do that? That's insane. I've never been a fan of the idea that you need to use pain to teach someone something. It, to me, just doesn't make sense. So to be honest, I would say I'm sorry that you went through that. I'm not sure how you feel about it, but I wouldn't want anyone to go through like that type of pain while they're in school. That's not what school is meant for. I can understand if you want to be disciplined, if you want to keep people focused, but pain doesn't help. It's actually the opposite in my experience. It usually is the opposite. Let's make another copy. This time we're going to see a difference with the chair. So we can immediately see that this is way too big. This is probably more reasonable. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Again, that also makes no sense. How far up? How would it usually? Would it be? I think it's rough, just slightly below my knee height. So if this is my knee, guessing it will be somewhere around this part. All right, let's do it this way instead. If you move it in edit mode, the pivot point will not move with the asset, so or with the mesh. It would still be in the same spot, which is decent, really good. In this case, at least, it would be what I want. All right. Lastly, we can add another one. Just gonna have it over here somewhere. Just a build up picture of what things could be. You know what? Let's do this. There we go. You didn't cry when they hit you. Yeah. Also something I understand the wish to like keep back tears, and you probably should in some circumstances. But the fact that you felt the need to do it is, in my mind, not what a teacher should like introduce to a student. That they feel like, you know what, if I cry, this will be even worse, or something along those lines. That's insane to me. Right. So I was trying to do something else. I don't know. Perhaps we're done for the day. We've made great progress. If we look at the triangle count, shoot up to 800,000 from 45, I think. And that is very likely due to our characters. Yeah. The mannequins are insanely detailed, so that makes sense. We could honestly do this. Let's move them to a new. Let's just call it Manny. Or Manny's. Let's call it Manny's, which is the name of this character. Or Manny is the name, but there's many Mannys, so therefore it's Manny. That's so dumb. Right, so we have a few things we could do on the next stream, which is we're going to fix the exercise chair. We're going to have probably, hopefully, we can get some time to refine the vending machine. And we're going to add some details to the reception desk, although that is not super important. The chair, I guess, I mean, technically, I think that is more than enough. Making these 25 to 20% larger is a 5-minute task. So that's going to be like that. Probably the first thing you do, just because it's such a short task, like quick task, I should say. Then we should probably start dividing these into modular assets and start thinking of how we want to export all of these assets to Unreal. Some of them are already in Unreal, so we're not going to focus on that. For example, all the equipments apart from the new ones we just made. We're going to have to do that. I'm going to have to do some sorting of the outliner. There's quite a lot of stuff left to do. It's 4 minutes left until it's 10 p.m. in my time zone, and that is usually where I stop. So, do I have anything to mention? Yes, I do. Okay. First of all, thank you for staying this long. Really appreciate that. And if you're interested in what I'm doing and like to see more, I have a YouTube channel. It's everkindlestudio on YouTube. It should be in my about page somewhere if you're curious. So please consider giving this YouTube, this stream and everything I have a like or so, and follow, subscribe, all of that. You know the drill. And the next stream would usually be on Saturdays. But this weekend, I'm going home to my mom and dad, my parents, and I'm not going to stream this weekend. So the next stream will be on Tuesday next week. And hopefully there won't be any more interruptions until I'm in November. Because in November, I'm going to Japan. So that is going to be another 2 weeks of no streaming. So yeah, I guess that's it. And thank you, everyone, again. And before I end the stream, let's see if we can't find someone over on Twitch. Hopefully we can send them a few people, a small raid, perhaps. Oh, not a lot of people are streaming right now, so let's do that another time. So yeah, I'm going to end it here. So thank you all, and I hope to see you next week on Tuesday. Bye-bye.